Oh God, oh God, oh God. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And oh God, I'm sorry it's been so long. Well, it's only been 2 weeks, but to you greedy fucks, that's an awful long time. I really do. I really want to start making these videos more often, but I've been at my grandma's house sitting for like a week, and this is my first night back home, and I wanted to make a video as soon as I could, which I am doing now, and it hopefully will be uploaded today. I want to film, edit, and upload this today, along with one other video that I might do today, but upload tomorrow if I can find the time. But, more importantly, before I get into talking about the records that I want to talk about, I have reached 1,000 subscribers. That is unreal. I haven't been doing this for that long. I think it's been like 7 or 8 months, and dude, 7 or 8 months, 1,000 subscribers, that's not fucking bad, man. And it's all thanks to every one of you. Obviously, without you guys, I would have exactly 0 subscribers, so thank you for caring, at least a little, about what I have to say. And through doing this, I have met so many fucking cool people, and a lot of those cool people I want to just give a quick shout out to right now because I believe they deserve it. All these people have YouTube channels. I really do wish I could go through and name everybody who's cool enough to message me through Facebook or whatever, just telling me to check out bands. I really, really appreciate that shit. I wish I could shout out every one of you, but it would take too long, and I just don't know most of you, so it would be kind of weird. But all these people have YouTube channels. All the links will be in the description. Definitely something you should check out. First person I want to give a shout out to is the almighty, fucking handsome as fuck, Josh Armijo. Josh, I fucking love you, man. Seriously, with my entire heart, I love you. And seriously, I cannot wait to see you in September. Expect a big fucking bear hug, but you knew that. Next, my buddy Brady. Brady Spencer, he makes YouTube videos. You guys should know that shit. He is kind of one of the people who got me to start doing this in the first place. And you guys should check that shit out because he's got an awesome fucking collection. He's an awesome dude, and he's a sexy Canadian motherfucker. Next up, my buddy Zach. Zach has had a YouTube channel before, and I don't know what happened, but it got deleted, and he made another one. I talk to this kid regularly. He's an awesome dude. Somebody else I'm also going to be seeing in September. Definitely check out Zach's channel. He's got a lot of shit going on. He will be showing and doing way more than I would ever dare to try to do. Next up, I want to just real quick, my buddy Dave. Dave Main, I think is how his last name is pronounced. This guy actually made a video for me on his YouTube channel about just 20 albums that I should watch or listen to and own. And when I saw that, I thought it was the coolest fucking shit. Because before that, him and I never really had a real conversation from what I can remember. So one morning I kind of woke up and saw that he had messaged me and was like, yo, I made a video kind of for you. And I was like, hell yeah. And Dave, I'm working on your response, man. I really am. But everybody, seriously, go follow this guy on YouTube. Go subscribe to this guy on YouTube. This guy is a great source of finding good fucking black metal. Shawn, Count Blaggereth. I really wish I could talk to this guy as much as I fucking want to. Every time we've talked on fucking, what is it, Google Hangouts video chat, it's been a fucking blast. I fucking love it every single time. And that goes along with Patrick, Counterbeat, who is always in these video chats of ours, and it's just ridiculous. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, I really wish I could do it as much as I wanted to, as much as I want to, but I just always have shit going on, and, it sucks, but, Shawn, Pat, I love you both, and, thanks to you guys, you guys are one of the reasons I'm doing this, so it's fucking awesome. Wyatt, I will see you and your girlfriend in September, and I'll bring the Coke. Next up, real quick, I just want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Kevin. I've been talking to him a lot lately. This dude's from like fucking Denmark or something, and he just started making videos kind of showing his collection. And though it's not huge, he's got some quality fucking records, and I just implore you, everybody, go watch that because he's got a sexy fucking accent. C-Town. This guy, you guys all know who Myke C-Town is. He's got an absolutely ridiculous collection, and dashing good looks. And he really doesn't need a shout out from me because his channel is way bigger than mine. But if you have not watched Myke C-Town's videos, go check that out now. It's fucking impeccable. Alright, with all that weirdness out of the way, I think it's time to talk about some records. And again, I should point out, all black metal. All black metal again. It's not on purpose, it's really not. This is just the order I got these in, so yeah. First thing I want to show you, this is from a band that you guys know I've been obsessed with as of late. This is Sargeist with Rebirth of a Cursed Existence. And yes, normally if I saw this word right here, I wouldn't say cursed, but I just think it sounds better than the rebirth of a cursed existence. I just like cursed. I think it's fucking cool. Plus, look at that goddamn album cover. How do you not fucking love that? Seriously, like, this is one of my favorite just pictures of on any record that I own. I think of this as like this guy sort of like, I don't know, I like to think he was sitting by a fire drinking wine and reading a ghost story. And maybe he heard, like, fucking footsteps or something, so he grabs his candelabra and, you know, he's searching for the ghost. And I don't know, that's what I get in my head. I know it's fucking silly, but that's what I see when I see this. You guys know Sargeist, Finnish black metal fucking gods. One of my favorite modern black metal bands. Definitely my favorite Finnish band, I would say, right beside Satanic Warmaster. But this is just some really fucking good shit. This is actually a compilation basically made up of pretty much songs from all sorts of 7-inches, CDs, all that shit. Basically everything right here is, you know, what makes up this compilation. I'm not going to go through and read all of them because that would be ridiculously pointless. But they're pretty much just songs from splits and all that shit. You know what I mean. And when I first saw this, I assumed it was an album. So, you know, I went and I listened to the whole thing, and, you know, upon sort of diving deeper into Sargeist's discography at a later time, I realized that this isn't an album at all. I didn't find out this wasn't an album because I did my research when I first saw this. I found out this wasn't an album because all the songs were songs that were on previous works of Sargeist. So I did my research after that and found out that, yes, this is in fact a compilation, and all the songs that are on this that are taken from other 7-inches, CDs, whatever the fuck, have been remastered for this compilation here. This is beautiful packaging. It's, you know, it's pretty thick. It's heavy as hell. You got the back there. Gatefold here with literally just lyrics. There's nothing else besides that. Lots of lyrics, and it's all really evil shit. Now, one of the coolest things about this record is the color of the vinyl, I think. This is pressed on a gold vinyl, which is actually limited to 100 copies, which I think is really fucking cool. You know, that's not why I got it. I just got it because, you know, it was a reasonable price. It was on Discogs from a seller with a good rating, and I fucking wanted it because it's Sargeist. And man, what I would do for Sargeist's earlier material on vinyl, and one day I'll have it, you know, I will. It's just money. And this is actually released on World Terror Committee. You can still get this through Discogs. It's not super rare. I mean, you might not be able to get the gold version so easily, but it wouldn't be hard to find, you know, the regular plain black version of this thing. And it's definitely worth it. It's all the songs on here are fucking haunting as hell, and it's just really good shit. So that's Sargeist with The Rebirth of a Cursed Existence. Check that shit out. It's fucking awesome. Alright, the next record that I want to show you is Leviathan's The 10th Sublevel of Suicide. For a long time, I called this my favorite Leviathan record. It's not that that has changed. It's just that I think Tentacles of Horror has sort of matched this. I believe that both of those records, this one and Tentacles of Horror, are absolutely perfect, and expect to see that in a later video. I do have it. I just didn't want to show a bunch of Leviathan in one video because I didn't want you guys to be bored if you don't like Leviathan. I genuinely believe that Leviathan is the best one-man US black metal project running. You know, for a long time I called it I said Panopticon was my favorite, but You know, the more and more I get into the sort of raw, scary sounding black metal, the more and more I sort of prefer Leviathan over Panopticon. And this project is absolutely amazing. I have loved everything Leviathan has done. It's all really, really awesome. It's all over the place. You know, not all of it's even black metal. This, obviously, a Silhouette and Splinters is just, it's not even metal. It's just dark ambient, which expect to see that too, because I also own that. But you know what? It just shows how versatile Rest is, and it's really, really impressive. Absolutely amazing multi-instrumentalist, absolutely amazing vocalist, absolutely amazing songwriter, absolutely amazing icon in the US black metal scene. So that's the cover there. Super, super eerie imagery here. I like to think that this is sort of like a picture to go along with the song Fucking Your Ghost in Chains of Ice, because, I mean, that looks kind of like a ghost, and there's chains and stuff like that. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the back cover here with Rest, looking grim and scary as ever. All the track listing and stuff like that. I believe this is actually a second pressing of this album. It was originally released on Morebound Records, and this is a Funeral Industries pressing. The 10 Sublevel of Suicide is also Leviathan's debut album. It was released in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you the gatefold here. More creepy imagery with some credits and stuff like that. I also like this down here. It says, "To the first gash you rape into your own skin." I like that. That's pretty fucking cool. I'll just show you one of the records here because, quite frankly, they're black and they kind of look the same. So that's it right there. I think this is side D, if I'm not mistaken. And that's side C with the 3 moons to sort of represent third side, I guess. And you guys should all know Leviathan. You guys should all know this album. Lyrics are heavily influenced by, you know, suicide and self-extermination, if you will. And when I was reading up on this after I had first heard this album, Rest had said in, I guess, a sort of interview that each song is sort of a, you know, a stage leading up to suicide, which I think is pretty fucking cool. Suicide is definitely something that fits this sound, and it's really fair. It's really scary. It's really haunting. It's really fucking good. And this is Leviathan doing pure raw black metal. It's awesome. Check that shit out. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, get your hateful little fingers ready to type your nasty little comments, because we've got some NSBM. Alright, this is Goat Moon with Varjo, if I'm not mistaken. I don't exactly know the pronunciation. I don't speak Finnish. I just know this translates to shadows. Plus, I really like the album cover with the owl. You know, it's simple, but I think it's still pretty fucking cool. That's the back cover there with the 4 band members. You got all the song titles and stuff like that. This was released on Werewolf Records, which Werewolf Records, I believe, has released a fair amount of Goat Moon's material. Now, obviously, if you guys have been around for a while, or if you've even seen the video, my top 25 albums of 2014, Goat Moon's Voito Tai Valhalla made #1 on that list. And genuinely, I believe this album tops that by several orders of magnitude. I don't know what it is about this album that I truly fucking love. It's got that sort of raw, scary black metal sound to it, but it's also got, you know, these sort of melodic leads, and it's got these acoustic passages with sort of like thunder and, you know, stuff like that, sort of sounding in the background. And, you know, it'll sort of break into like these really melodic riffs, and then you hear Black Goat's sort of raspy screams that are very, very recognizable. And, you know, you hear that, you know it's him. So I'll show you here. That's the vinyl itself. It's black with the logo on that side. And you got this on this side. And before you fuckers get your knickers in a twist, no, I do not support the ideology. I don't care what this band believes in. I don't care what the members themselves support. It doesn't matter to me. See, I practice this thing called separation of art from the artist. I don't give a fuck what these people believe. That's not what interests me. What interests me is the music they make. Even if their lyrics involve shit that I don't agree with, so what? I listen to fucking death metal, and the lyrics, talk about killing everybody. I don't go around, whining about that shit. So I don't fucking care, man. I mean, yes, it's fucking silly. I don't understand why everyone makes such a big deal about this shit. I mean, I know that a lot of times NSBM is, sort of picking out a certain group of people who are born a certain way, and, those are the people that NSBM targets, or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. I listen to shit that talks about, killing people of certain religions and stuff like that, but no one talks about that shit because, I don't know if it has to do with the freedom of choice to pick your religion, and that's why it's okay because, they weren't born that way. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter to me. So, with showing this record, I'm going to find out which of my subscribers are whiny little babies, and if you don't like that I show this stuff, even if I don't approve of the ideology, unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. And if you really unsubscribed over that, you're a shitty subscriber anyway, so fuck off. And this also comes with a poster of the 4 band members and the logo and stuff like that. I don't really have interest in hanging this poster up. I don't think it's wildly interesting. So that is Goat Moon with Varja? If I had to pick any songs to check out from this, best Goat Moon song, without a doubt, Woven Empress. That song is just absolutely gorgeous. And I think what it is, I think it's the keyboards in the background of that song. It's my favorite Goat Moon song. Just instrumentally, it's gorgeous. And, obviously vocally, Black Goat knows what he's doing, and it sounds really fucking good. And as a package, just all awesome. This album is amazing. That's Goat Moon with their 3rd full-length Varjo. Check that shit out. Alright, I got another compilation for you fucks. This time from Norwegian black metal legends. This is Darkthrone with Sempiternal Past, the Darkthrone demos. So as you could guess from the title of this album compilation, these are the Darkthrone demos. I think it's actually 4 demos to be exact. You got the Land of Frost, A New Dimension, Thulkandra, and what was the last one? Cromlech? I don't know. So yeah, basically it's like 4 demos, and they're all super rough sounding. Originally like recorded on like 4-track cassettes, and it's just fucking awesome. I feel when I'm listening to this, I feel like I'm listening to history. Land of Frost, the first demo that you actually get on this thing, was recorded in like the same house that Darkthrone recorded their 2nd album through their 5th album. Obviously, A Blaze in the Northern Sky, Under a Funeral Moon, Transylvanian Hunger, and Panzerfaust were all recorded in the same house as the Land of Frost demo, which you hear on this, which is very, very cool. And Land of Frost, along with the 2nd demo that you hear on this thing, A New Dimension, were both released in 1988. And they were both, like I said, they were released independently on cassettes, and they were basically recorded with such little equipment that it's actually amazing they were able to do anything. New Dimension was actually recorded in a bomb shelter, according to the inside of the gatefold here. There's a bunch of liner notes and stuff like that. And it says A New Dimension was recorded in a bomb shelter, so that's pretty metal. The third demo you hear on here, Thulkandra, was released in 1989, and it was a step up in terms of their equipment used for recording, because this wasn't recorded on a 4-track cassette deal. It was recorded on a portable studio. So look at Darkthrone getting all fancy. And then Cromlech or Cromlech, I don't exactly know how you say it or what it means. That was actually recorded live on a TV show or something like that. I'm trying to find it in here. Yeah, was a live tape from one of those gigs, which also had a taped and which was also taped and sent on a TV show called Bootleg. So yeah, I guess Crumlick was a live recording that made it onto a TV show or something like that. Either way, it's really fucking cool, and it sounds awful. Obviously, it sounds good, but in terms of actual like production quality and sound quality, it sounds like shit. But honestly, come on, that's part of the charm of black metal. That's why we love it. There's some really weird shit on here, though. I don't exactly know. I think it's one of the very first songs. It's like this really strange electronic, like, almost techno-sounding shit, and it's really strange. I don't dislike it by any means. It's cool. It's just weird to hear Darkthrone doing that, and it further proves that Darkthrone can literally do every fucking genre imaginable. So I'll show you here. Here's the artwork. Very lo-fi looking. Obviously, this kind of feels and looks like newspaper, which is really cool. That's the back there with a little image right there. Song titles and shit like that. This was released on Peaceville in 2011. There's the gatefold. Bunch of liner notes right here. And then you got the guys from Darkthrone looking fucking 14, 15 years old. Actually, they were probably more like 16, 17, around that age, but it's just really weird to see like Fenriz look so young. This is a double LP on black vinyl. You get the cool little label there, and on the other one you get the little guy that's on the back, which is very cool. And besides all that, you get the layouts for the actual cassettes that were released, you know, at the time that these were recorded and you know, pressed independently. This is what the layouts look like, which I think is very, very cool. So that's Darkthrone with Sempiternal Past. Awesome compilation. From what I understand, it's not the first Darkthrone compilation that's pretty much done this exact same thing, but you know what? It's still cool to own. I got it with store credit at my local record shop, so definitely worth it. And you should definitely get your hands on this if you can. Last but not least, another one-man U.S. black metal project. This is Panopticon with their 2014 full-length Roads to the North. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was also on my top 25 of 2014 list. I believe this was number 3, if I'm not mistaken. And also, I never pointed this out, and I never heard anyone else point it out either, but the Panopticon logo was like redone or something, because there's like mountains and trees and shit like that. And I know that wasn't the case on Kentucky, which was their album before this. And obviously, if you don't know anything about Panopticon, it's a one-man project. The sole member being Austin Lunn, who is an absolutely amazing multi-instrumentalist. If you listen to any newer Panopticon record, you'll hear it all. I mean, the guy plays fucking banjos. He'll play the regular black metal, he'll play the black metal guitars and the drums, and he'll do the vocals, but he also plays like fucking like pan flutes and shit like that. It's just crazy, and it's absolutely amazing. Gorgeous layout here too. I absolutely love this artwork. Very cool. That's the front. That's the back with all the song titles. That's the gatefold here with Mr. Lunn making a fire or something. And you got over here, you got the song titles with pretty much what each song is about, which I think is very cool. Very nice touch indeed. And this is Panopticon's 5th full length, which I honestly, besides Kentucky, I think it's definitely one of the best. Collapse is actually another one that I would say is one of my very favorites, but I actually traded that for Miasma with Shawn because I needed Miasma. I really needed that album. Anyway, here's the color of the record. Hell yeah, absolutely fucking gorgeous. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is actually the second pressing of this album. The first pressing was identical to this. But Bendrune, they wanted to sort of spit in the face of record flippers who, bought this album when it was super limited and, flipped it on Discogs or eBay or whatever for a ridiculous amount of money. This gives, this kind of fucking totally disarms them. And, it sort of makes it unnecessary. Why would anybody buy the edition, for more money just simply because it was, pressed a bit earlier than this one? They're identical. So I really think it's cool that Bendrune did that. Fuck record flippers anyways, man, seriously. But yeah, musically, this thing is all over the place. It's awesome. There are songs that are straight fucking black metal. There are songs that are straight bluegrass. One Last Fire, the Long Road in 3 movements, the first movement of that, One Last Fire, is straight banjo solo. And it's fucking awesome. It's totally cool. And the second that ends, it goes into Capricious Miles, which, is one of the harsher moments on this album. And then you got songs like Norwegian Nights, which is pretty much like clean vocals all the way through. It's all over the place, but it's done so well. I'm so impressed with this. And from what I know, Panopticon is supposed to have another album coming out either later this year, maybe early next year, hopefully later this year. But guys, that is Panopticon Roads to the North. That is amazing, amazing shit. If you haven't heard this, you need to hear this. Obviously, as always, links will be in the description to hear everything that I have talked about here. And hopefully you will like it enough to buy it for yourself. So that's it, everybody. I am so sorry again. I will try and do everything I can to not let it be another 2-week gap between videos. Like I said, I am going to try and record another video today to upload tomorrow. It all depends on how much time I have. But seriously, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. 1,000 subscribers. It's amazing. And I cannot thank all of you enough. So, again, just thank you. And as always, until next time, stay tuned and take care.